Welcome. Where's my... Oh, fucking... Oh, there it is. Welcome to the board of the Bantu. And today I'm going to do something unusual, but not unusual. My ancestors taught me over these last few weeks that if you can't read a person or you're having trouble reading a person, read another person who walks with them. You will be able to get the answers from that person, because in those of us who walk with us is an inner knowledge about our lives, where our lives are going, what's going to happen to us, what happens to us. They may or may not be there, but the knowledge is in them. I found that so fascinating, and I have been using it to look at my own future. I practically read the people in my life, and they practically tell me what's going to happen to me. That was the lesson I learned from my ancestors. I'm always learning stuff. So this Shanquella Robinson thing has me all effed up. And I'm being nice because I'm going to put this on YouTube, the beginning of it on YouTube. It has me all effed up, and the case is going to take so long to deal with that by the time the results come in and everything is said and done, we as the world would have moved on. But her soul, it's literally screaming. It's literally screaming that she didn't deserve this. She did not deserve this. She did not deserve this. That this wasn't right. That it wasn't right. What we're getting from the air, because as you know, the Bantu are not allowed to read the dead unless if requested by a family member, and we do that only upon request. We can only read the dead after a year of transition, because as you know, it is hard to die. It is as hard as being given birth to, and it takes a long time to make a home, ancestors or no ancestors. So we don't want to interrupt the dead in any way, shape, or form. So we just looked at the air that was left behind, the energy that was left behind as this young lady left this world and moved on to the next one. It was like she didn't deserve it. She is screaming that it was because of who I was rather than what I did, that they were jealous of her, that they wanted her money, but she wasn't very generous in their opinion, that she should have changed circles once she made a little bit of money. She's not as wealthy as people. I went on the internet and I saw $5 million, blah blah. That's like not kind of true. It's not kind of true. Okay, but she did have her life together in some ways, not in all ways, because human beings are like that. We're good at one thing. Like, I'm really good at what I do in the metaphysical, but I'm lousy in the real. Really lousy in the real. And it has taken its toll, just like her too. She had things where she was really, things that she was really good at and things that she was not. Money was kind of one of those, but not quite. Fire. Like, in the metaphysical, everything happens for a reason, people. So my alarm went off because I was doing my impepo over here, and I'm still going to do a little impepo and tobacco, and I'm not going to stop. I'm just not going to stop because this room of mine is constantly jujued, but I won't do too much. I'll just do a little bit. Okay, so I don't remember where I was at, and I won't even I won't even proceed with what I was talking about. I'm looking for the mother's name. Shalomondra. It is so difficult. Oh, God. Okay. Alrighty. Let me look it up again because I had to charge my phone. It's been almost like an hour since the alarm went off. So let me see if I can. Salamondra. Okay, Salamondra. I'm going to call Salamondra, and hopefully her soul will tell us what happened to her daughter. Okay, I'm being told to take this. morning. Okay. Mondra. Okay, so I'm opening the board of the Bantu. This is the board of the Bantu. And right here is our religious insignia. A simple V. A simple triangle, not a V. A simple triangle is our religious insignia. And it is found on our artwork, on our pots, our pans, our dresses, anything at all to do with the Bantu. You're going to see this. But it's so funny how we are united in our creativity as a people and always will be. Not funny, honorable, beautiful. Okay, so welcome to their board. These resilient people, a mere 245 million, and yet the owners of most of Africa. They are the original inhabitants of Africa, raided by the Arabs to the north and the West Africa, and the Arabs again to the west, because West Africans are really black Arabs. I don't care what they say. You're black Arabs, you should be in Mesopotamia over there. Over there, Mesopotamia. So Bantus are the original inhabitants of Africa. And I dare say the original builders of the pyramids. But we don't own them anymore. And we don't care. That's right. We don't care. We don't care. When you own as much land as the Bantu do, why should you care? Alrighty, so today we are reading about Shanquella. I want to go into the hotel room itself, if it happened in the hotel room. If it happened there. Do you know that that beating that you guys witnessed, that was like her third beating? That's what I'm getting. So I was saying beforehand that we got some energy, some residue, just residue after she went. Everybody leaves some kind of residue, and her residue is pain. She's screaming in pain. She's confused. So when she died, when she went, she was definitely high. No, they say no drugs were found in her system. Maybe. Maybe. But she was definitely out of it. Yeah. And she kind of like woke up on the other side and she was like, what? And she kind of like, yeah, it happens. Death is as traumatic as birth, or the other way around. So anyway, I'm going to call Salamandra before anything else happens. And we're going to see if we can somehow get from her soul what happened to her daughter just before she died. This may be a two-part video. Salamandra. 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 This is a very strong woman. A very rigid woman, very unloving woman. She walked into the plate holding a stick. What is the stick for, Salamandra? My power, she says. What kind of power? She says, whatever. She likes to use the stick a lot. Salamandra. She's clean though. No darkness around her. Like I said, she's very rigid and she's very strong and she's got her principles, and she sticks by them, come what may. Okay, come what may, she sticks by her principles. Okay, Sala says she's called Mondi. Okay, Mondi, can you tell us what happened to your daughter? She says, well, she died. My condolences and the condolences of everyone to you. It was expected. She moved with the wrong crowd. didn't understand that she stuck out like a sore thumb, that they didn't like her because she was doing things with her life. She was stubborn, would not listen to anyone. I tried to warn her many times that her friends were no good because they'd done some things to her. Not this particular group, not these particular people, but other people too. She was unlucky when it came to friends. She shouldn't have had friends. She was intolerable. Like, people had a hard time tolerating her. That's what her mom may say. Why is that? Because she's my daughter and I gave her some of that energy. I went through life without friends. She should have done the same. Okay, so what happened, buddy? What happened at night? The mother's soul is kind of traumatized. She's talking as if she doesn't care, but she does care. And she's traumatized and she's hurt and her heart is breaking. Okay, I mean, her heart is breaking. How do we know this? Well, because my ancestors know it and they are comforting her right now in the plate. But also it's because every time we're trying to push her to that night when her daughter died, she's breaking down. So, it's going to take some time, people. Please have patience with us. We're not readers. We're like literally in there and we're asking her to do the most painful thing, relive something just because I need closure myself, kind of selfish. So we'll try again. We'll literally try again. If it doesn't work, then we're stopping this video. Okay, because a mother's pain is a mother's pain. She's really strong and resilient and trying, but I'll tell you what happened that night. Thank you. So ask, should I shake? Okay. My ancestor said no, just throw the shells. The shaking is like rattling. It's like when I'm shaking the plate, I'm literally saying, wake up! I'm saying, wake up! And I'm also collecting information from the air. As you can see, there is a death. There is a death that's coming. After the death, I have 2 deaths here. So, where's my knife? Who's this? Shanquella? And who's that? Okay, so she wanted to die before her child and she's devastated, obviously, like every parent, including me. And obviously, losing her child and her child dying before her has messed her up pretty hard, especially since she tried so hard to keep them safe. She didn't want her to go to Mexico. I'm just saying what her feeling. She didn't want her to go. She thought it was nice, but basically, she didn't think her daughter should have friends because she didn't think her daughter was a friend person.